So, as we know that there are three approaches to valuation. Number one is the income approach, where predominantly what we use is the discounted cash flow method. We have understood that in case of a discounted cash flow method, whatever value we may arrive using the discounted cash flow method, some adjustments will have to be made in that discounted value so as to arrive the final value, final enterprise value or final equity value. What those adjustments are, we have discussed already and have understood them. Now, the second approach for valuation is your market approach. And we understand very clearly in case of market approach, the first method is the quoted market price. Quoted market price, there are no controversies, there are no ambiguity, everything is clear. So whatever is the quoted market price of the company on a given date, that becomes the value of that company's share multiplied with the number of outstanding shares of that company, and that becomes the equity value or market cap of that company. But there are two other methods under the under the market approach. And what are those two other methods? Those two other methods are: number one, comparable company method, and number two, comparable transaction method. इसका क्या मतलब है? इसका मतलब ये है कि I am trying to do the evaluation of a company which is not listed. So what do I do? What do I do? I try and find out a company which is of my type company, but which is listed on a stock market, so that the stock price of that company becomes the proxy value for my company. But the question is, can I take the quoted price of a similar company as the value or as the price for the share of my company? Answer, of course, is no. And why the answer is no? Even if the company which is listed is similar to my company, it is not same as my company. Meaning what? Meaning there are certain differences, and those differences can be on different accounts, and I will need to incorporate effect of those areas of differences into the price that I would pick up. तो मैं क्या करूँगा? मैं जो मेरे जैसी कंपनी है जो कि लिस्टेड है उसकी स्टॉक प्राइस उसको उठाऊंगा और उस स्टॉक प्राइस में कुछ एडजस्टमेंट करूंगा. किस चीज़ के लिए एडजस्टमेंट करूंगा? एडजस्टमेंट करूंगा उन चीज़ों के लिए जो कि मेरी कंपनी में और वो लिस्टेड कंपनी में सेम नहीं है, जैसे कि एज, साइज, स्पेसिफिकेशन, रिलेवेंट रेस्ट्रिक्शंस, geographical location, profitability, historical and expected growth, types of collateral, unusual terms in the comparable transactions, and it can also be on account of the capital structure, it can also on account of the technology, it can also be on account of the foreign investment, it can also be on account of the incentives. So I will need to find out all such factors, and using my judgment as a valuation professional in consultation with the company, preferably both the buyer and the seller, because when both the buyer and sellers, of course it would be a difficult task, but when both the buyers and sellers are taken into confidence, then the subsequent controversies and prolonged discussions can be avoided. So these are the factors that would require adjustment to the price that I will pick up in case of a comparable company used under the market approach. I hope this makes sense to all of you.
Yes.
Prasanna sir?
Yes.
Baman sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good.
Yes, sir. Just like market approach in case of land and building.
Yeah, absolutely sir, absolutely, exactly.
Same.
Exactly.